Everybody wants to be great until it's time to do what greatness actually requires. Chances are you've probably heard this saying adapted into numerous different contexts, such as when famous bodybuilder Ronnie Coleman said, "Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy weights." Or you may have heard the famous motivational speaker Eric Thomas say that everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. Or everybody wants to be rich, but how many people are willing to be poor for a period of time while being the only ones believing in their dream of becoming a huge success? So guys, in today's video, I'm here today to tell you guys what some of the requirements are for being great at anything, as I've learned along all of my journeys, and hopefully you guys take some of this into your own journeys, and I hope that all you guys can walk away with this understanding that it's not always the big sexy things that are going to get the job done. It's about being consistent every single day and allowing all those positive inputs to add up over time. So let's get to the video now. What's happening, fam? Jared Weiss back here with another video on the Jared James channel. If you guys didn't know, that must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Smash the subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think of this video. Follow me on every platform I post regularly everywhere, so you guys can check out my content wherever you guys listen. Support the message, support the brand. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about this idea of everybody wants to be great until it's time to do what greatness actually requires. First off, when it comes to my whole healing journey from all of my life-threatening health issues, as I've detailed numerous times on this channel, I've been on this path for several years now. What started off almost losing my life, then going through the whole hospital situation, then being given all these toxic pharmaceutical inputs, which made everything so much worse, and then in the years following, going through all this confusion, not knowing what was actually going on, and then finally arriving at this understanding that holistic health is the only route to healing for me, but it also requires a ton of patience and time and trial and error and seeing what works best for my body and doing tons of research, getting help from some of the best naturopathic / natural health practitioners that are out there. But even though I'm still not fully healed yet, I've made so much progress within the past few years since discovering the holistic health route, and the only way that I've actually made this progress has been by understanding that there is no magic pill out there. No matter what any doctor tries to convince you of.
Don't worry, she'll be fine after years of expensive treatment, and we have a new drug to combat this syndrome.
There is no one cure to everything. Taking this concept a step further, I hear it all the time. Plenty of people will come up to me or will write to me on Instagram or anywhere on social media, and they'll ask me for advice on how I've made the progress that I have on my healing journey, even though once again I'm not all there yet. And then I'll tell them all the different things I'm doing to support my body, whether it be all the different detoxing tools I'm using, whether it be getting out in nature, whether it be finding better friends, whether it be meditation every day, eating all the right foods, all the different methods I'm using to help my body along, all the different things I'm taking, all the different tools I'm using to help my body eliminate better, etc, etc. But then what often happens is a few months later, that same person will come back to me asking me the exact same question.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Henry.
Marlon.
Doug.
Lucy.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Huh? Henry.
Hi.
They'll say to me, how are you doing what you're doing? How have you been healing? How have you been able to reincorporate all these foods back into your diet? How have you been regaining all of your energy and slowly but surely starting to feel better?
I have told you.
And then I'll ask them, well, did you guys use the castor oil packs? Have you guys done any enemas? Have you been taking any zeolite? Have you been getting out in nature enough? Have you been exercising and moving your body constantly? Have you been changing up your diet and seeing what foods work best for you? And oftentimes the answer I'll get is no. So I can't do for you what you're not willing to do for yourself. And guys, it's the same exact thing when it comes to my fitness journey. I get plenty of people asking me, how do I look like you? How do I get abs? How do I get to this point where I'm lifting all this heavy weight like you? And oftentimes, I'm actually willing enough and kind enough to give people plenty of free information. I'll tell them as much as I can without allowing them to take advantage of me. But then oftentimes, when I tell them all the daily habits I'm doing, they'll respond to me, but I don't want to give up drinking. I don't want to stop partying. I don't want to have to eat all these healthy foods. I don't want to have to worry about hygiene. hydration. So what it comes down to is you want to be great, but you don't want to do what greatness requires. You want the abs, but you don't want to stop drinking. You want to look great, but you don't want to have the lifestyle of someone who looks great does. And plenty of people aren't willing to do it for long enough. I mean, how many times do you see people who will go on a diet, lose weight for a month, but not reach their weight loss goals just yet, and then they end up going back to their prior lifestyle habits that got them overweight in the first place, and then when you ask them what happened, they'll say, like, they have a slow metabolism, or they just can't do it. But, like, chances are, it's not that they can't do it, it's that they're not willing to put that time and effort in. Coming back to my healing journey, everybody wants this magic pill. Everyone wants the one thing that's gonna get them better. Everyone wants the one tool to take them over the top, to get them feeling amazing. But if it took several inputs for your body to get to this state of dis-ease, whether it was of your knowing or your fault or not, it's gonna take time for your body to heal from those inputs, and it's gonna take multiple different inputs and multiple different tools and multiple different healthy practices on a daily basis over and over again in order for that healing process to complete. And trust me, I get how frustrating it is. I wish I could be all better already, but maybe this is all part of my spiritual path. Maybe this is all part of helping me grow into an even better person than I ever could be if this would just happen instantly.
Are we there yet?
We get there when we get there.
I've obviously learned so much more as a result of the long time that it's taken for my healing process to happen, because I'm the type of person who's never going to give up until I find the answers that I'm looking for, and I'm willing to put in however long it takes to get me to my destination. And healing from the incurable, quote unquote incurable, because I don't believe that anything is incurable. I believe that if you give anything enough time, enough the right inputs, done well, consistently over and over again, you could heal from anything. I don't care what label any doctors want to give you. I don't care what label any of your friends want to give you. You can do it. I'm doing it. I'm trusting in God. I'm trusting my path. I'm trusting the universe. And I know that I will ultimately get to the point where I am ultimately beyond better, because the way I see it, I'm already better in so many other ways. So like when I do ultimately finish up the healing process from all these health issues, as I've discussed in past videos, I will be 100% beyond better because of everything that I've learned and gained along the way. But in some of these severe cases, it could take 5 years, maybe even more, to get all better. I mean, technically, I've been on my healing journey for the past 9 years, but like, I didn't actually know about holistic health, and I wasn't on the best path for me until 2020, I believe. But anyways, having said that, there's no set timetable for me. There's no set timetable for any true healing, because no one knows your body. No one knows what your body's going through exactly, precisely. But the whole thing is, if you try to take shortcuts,
Oh yeah, I like this idea.
if you try to take medication to suppress the symptoms, if you try to not have to go through any of the challenges that come with detoxing, then it could take 20 years. An interesting point I want to bring up from a book that I'm actually rereading now, because this is like one of my favorite books of all time, Chopboard Carry Water by Joshua Metcalf. So like, I often like to reread this book, honestly once a year, just because it's a quick read, but it's so powerful, and the life lessons that actually come from this book are so important for patients and for anyone who's going through anything long term, that I believe that this book reminds you to trust the process and gives you this knowing that you're gonna get all better, that you're gonna reach those goals, but it's a reminder to take your time and trust the journey and fall in love with the journey. So one piece I wanted to read from here is that the problem with small is that it isn't sexy and it's often repetitively boring. John, Mother Teresa always told people, be faithful in the small things, for it is in them that your strength lies. The temptation while you are here with us will be to focus on all the big sexy goals, like winning the tournament and becoming a great samurai archer. You must fight that temptation and stay focused on chopping wood and carrying water. So now, coming back to what I was saying before, so John, sum things up, John is trying to become a samurai archer, and he's getting frustrated with the process because every day he's basically only shooting at a 7-foot target set 7 feet away, and he's always chopping wood, carrying water, but like, he just wants to win the tournament and become this great samurai warrior. So now, this is like a super powerful excerpt that ties into the topic that I'm talking about. A few months went by, and as John practiced, his muscles began to learn the familiar motions of drawing and releasing, and his shots grew more accurate. He began to feel more confident with his bow and hitting the 7-foot target. One day while he was practicing, Akira walked over and John asked again, Akira-sensei, I am getting better and better each week. How long will it take for me to become a samurai archer now? Akira smiled and told him it would take 10 years. John was furious. 10 years. Maybe if I didn't have to spend so much time chopping wood and carrying water, then I would be able to reach my goal much faster. Akira replied, if you don't chop wood and carry water, then it will take you 20 years to become a samurai archer. Then he turned and walked away. John was even more confused, and he questioned whether or not he should quit. Would it really take him 10 years? He wasn't sure this investment was worth it, but he decided he would try even harder. Moving along a little bit more. So one day, as they were carrying water back from the well, he pulled Akira aside and asked, Akira-sensei, I am more accurate now, and my shots are more powerful than ever. How long will it take for me to become a samurai archer? Akira smiled. You know the answer, it is still 10 years. John kept pressing, but what if I devote every waking moment to becoming a samurai archer? No chopping wood or carrying water, just archery. But Akira only shrugged. Then it will take 30 years. John had reached his emotional breaking point. He blurted out, but I don't understand. Akira looked at John with compassion. You will learn, young John. The reason it takes longer is because with one eye on the goal, you only have one eye for the journey. He then went on to tell John stories of people who climb ice mountains and how if they are focused on the top of the mountain, they will not know where to step. In front of them, they will slip and die. The key to ice climbing is to focus on one solid step at a time. No man climbs a mountain all at once. He climbs it by making one solid step at a time. So, the same logic can be applied to my whole healing journey. I'm doing everything right. I've been doing everything right for the past few years, but in the same breath, there is no magic pill out there. There's no way to rush the process.
You can't cheat the journey. You just can't cheat the work, bro. I know you can try to go around it. I know it looked like somebody may have cheated, but they don't last.
There are tools, of course, out there to help the process along, but there's no way of knowing how long it's going to take. I can't get too caught up in the end goal, and I have to appreciate the journey, appreciate every day, do what I need to do on a daily basis. Do it consistently, do it the right way, because any shortcuts are only gonna make me feel worse and are gonna prolong the healing process. It's all about doing the little things consistently, falling in love with the journey, even through all the difficulties, even through all the trials and tribulations, all the challenges, understanding that all those challenges aren't taking me further away from my goal, they're actually bringing me towards it, and doing the consistent daily habits, as I'm always saying, are gonna one day turn into these massive goals. But like, the reason they'll be worth it is because I'm appreciating the minutia, and I'm appreciating the person who I'm becoming in the process of my healing journey. This isn't just about getting to the point where I'm quote unquote feeling all better. This is about the person I'm becoming in the process, the knowledge I'm gaining, the friends I've gained on the path, finding my tribe, leveling up my frequencies and raising all my vibrations, becoming a stronger, more resilient human being. That's what it's about. Now referring to my dunk journey and my jump/athletic goals journey. Everybody wants to dunk until they realize you have to lift heavy weights, you have to sleep right, you have to eat right, especially if you're an underdog. Obviously, there's plenty of people out there who have the right genetics to dunk without having to put in the work. But if you're someone like me and you're someone who has to earn everything, which to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way, you have to take care of all the little details, and you're not going to have anything handed to you without having to work for it, which is honestly the better way, the way I see it. That's the more fulfilling way. You also have to deal with plenty of people doubting you, and the same thing goes for my healing journey. You've plenty of people doubting that like it will ever happen, doubting the path that you're on. But like, when you know that everything you're doing is right and that you're getting 0.1% better every day, you could trust the process. You could leave the rest up to God and the universe. You may have periods where you're doubting yourself.
How you doing, little Tony? Bad? Why do you feel bad? Because everything's falling apart and I can't do anything about it?
Or where you try to rush things too much and end up hurting yourself in the process. But that's why you need to have this constant reminder, chop wood, carry water, because that's actually what greatness requires. It's not about the magic pill. It's not about the one workout. It's not about the one tip that's going to transform your body and turn you into this beast. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts actually do. Same thing applies to my journeys as an author, as I've been writing my book, and as a content creator. Everybody wants to be an author, everyone wants to write a book, until you realize that it could take several years.
Much later.
I'm already up to my 7th draft on the book. It takes a ton of editing, a ton of deleting stuff that you thought was good at first. It takes a ton of refining, changing words, word choice, sentence structure, and then coming back to my journey as a content creator. Everybody wants to be an influencer, but like, how many people are willing to be editing for hours a day? how many people are willing to post multiple times every day, or how many people are willing to post daily. Because chances are, even though it happens 1 in a million times, but like you can't bank on that one post going viral, even though that does happen every so often to people. But like the path that's been so far for me has been being willing to post multiple times a day for years.
2,000 years later.
And if I were to quit, I'd be guaranteeing that I would never become an influencer. And keep in mind, so like within the past like few weeks, I actually finally started to make some money on Rumble. I made a few cents here and there, but that's a reminder to stay on the path, and it's a reminder that what I'm doing will pay off if I continue at it for long enough. If I quit, however, I'm guaranteeing that it will never happen for me. And the same thing goes for all the journeys I mentioned so far in this video. You gotta be in it for the long haul. Greatness requires consistency, doing the same little things over and over again, the same tasks. There is no magic pill out there. There is no snap your fingers and you're there. It's about repetition of what works. And I'm gonna reference one more quote from the book today. Dream big, start small, be ridiculously faithful. Powerful stuff right there. Always keep your dreams big, but remember that like the little tasks have to be the small ones, done right consistently over a long enough period of time, and that's how you reach your destination. So anyways, I'm gonna take you guys to the gym with me now for my workout, as well as for my jump workout outside, as this is going to be a reminder for you on what I do on a daily basis. This is my version of chopping wood, carrying water. Let's go! 20 and a half, try my best, let's get it. Eat, boy. 33 off of 4 steps. Let's go! Some closing thoughts I had on this topic are, if you knew that the path to getting to your goals, whether it be healing, dunking, weightlifting, job-wise, etc., if you knew that those goals could take 5 years, 10 years to reach, would you still be willing to do it? Do you have what it takes? That level of patience and resilience. I believe that we could all handle anything, but can you train your mind to delay that gratification for long enough? You might want to look like me, but are you willing to do what I do on a daily basis? Day in, day out, over and over again? You might want to make all this progress on your healing journeys, as well as weightlifting, social media journeys, getting your posts to look like mine, but are you willing to go through all the struggles that I've been through? You might want to make all this progress on your healing journeys. Are you willing to go through all the discomfort, through all the trials and tribulations in order to find what actually works for me? When it comes to my dunk journeys, fitness journeys, and my healing journey, can you put up with the occasional frustration and disappointment? Now, I'm not trying to deter any of you from coming on these paths with me or going on your own journeys, your own unique journeys. I'm just reminding you what greatness requires. It's not for the weak, it's not for the impatient, it's not for the people who need a specific timeline, and it's not for those who are looking for the magic pill. It's like, as I believe Kobe Bryant once said, I don't worry about you being as good as me because you're not willing to do what I do. I mean, I probably paraphrased that a little bit, but like, you guys get what I'm saying here. If you're not willing to do what I do, including all the stuff that isn't sexy, including all of the hardships, all of the really tough stuff that I do, then you're never gonna get to where I am. Gotta be in it for the long haul. Everybody wants to be great, and so it's time to do what greatness requires. So anyways guys, I hope that this video serves as a reminder to you to stay patient. I hope that this video shows you what it entails to reach your goals. Hopefully this reminds you to not try to rush things, to not go for the big get rich quick schemes, and reminds you stay on the path, stay patient, stay grinding, and you're gonna get there. If you do all the tiny daily requirements long enough, it's all gonna turn into those big goals, but also to fall in love with the journey along the way. Success isn't about what you do in one day, it's about what you could do over a year, over 2 years, over 5 years, over 10 years. That's what's gonna get you there. That's gonna create that resilience, that's gonna turn you into the person who's capable of doing anything. So I love you guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of this video, and we out ya. Peace.